They were kids. The system made them killers. They were just kids. Bikes. Video games. Bad sneakers. The kind of boys that chased basketballs into the street and ran from barking dogs for fun. But within 3 years, 4 of them would be in prison, and 2 would be dead. Not because they were born criminals, but because the system gave them no other option. The street with no exit. The neighborhood was called Grayson Heights, but no one called it that anymore. Locals just called it the block. 5 low-income housing units stacked like bricks at the city's edge, where the streetlights flickered and police rarely came unless someone had already died. That's where Tyrell, Zay, Marcus, Dre, Rico, and little Nate grew up. Ages 11 to 14. Tight as brothers. They'd steal frozen pizzas from the corner store, crack jokes on the old lady with too many cats, and talk trash about who could shoot better, Kobe or Iverson. Their world was small. School was a joke. Home wasn't much better. Marcus's mom overdosed twice that year. Zay's uncle got locked up, again. Nate never knew his dad. But they had each other. That was everything. Until Officer Daly came. The school-to-prison pipeline. Daly was the new school resource officer, big, loud ex-military. He treated middle schoolers like inmates. When Marcus got into a cafeteria fight, Daly slammed him face down into a table and arrested him. 6th grade. First offense. First mugshot. The others watched it happen. It was the first domino. Soon, Tyrell was caught with a pocket knife. Suspension turned into juvenile detention. Dre got picked up for loitering in front of a gas station. Rico was frisked for looking suspicious. Zay, his older brother, got shot in front of their building. When he cried during questioning, Daly said, "Man up. Your kind better learn early." By 15, all of them had records. No one ever asked why they were always outside. Why there were more liquor stores than libraries. Why their public school hadn't had a counselor in 3 years. Why the resource officer had more power than the principal. The setup. It happened on a Friday. 10:37 p.m. A liquor store 3 blocks from the block was robbed. The owner was shot twice in the leg. Witness said, group of teens. Hoodies. One had red laces. That was it. By Sunday, the news ran a story. 6 gang-affiliated youths suspected in armed robbery. Their faces were blurred, but not enough. Everyone knew. The boys knew. And in a panic, they ran. Not to Mexico. Not to Canada. They ran to Dre's older cousin's garage and waited. No plan. No food. Just fear. On Monday night, the SWAT team showed up. Rico tried to escape through the back alley. A cop mistook his phone for a weapon. 1 shot. Center mass. Dead at 16. Little Nate tried to surrender. Hands up. Knees down. Still got tackled and hospitalized with broken ribs. From fear to fury. The DA called them a pack. The media said they were part of a rising youth gang trend. They used words like feral, predators, trained killers. But none of them had ever held a gun. No fingerprints were found at the crime scene. No surveillance footage matched their faces. No DNA. Just a boot print, similar to Marcus's. The public defenders? Overworked. Underpaid. 3 of them didn't even meet their clients until the day of the trial. They told the boys to plead guilty. Said it was better than life. Tyrell refused. He wanted to fight it. He believed someone, anyone, would see through the lie. He got 40 years. Zay, 22 to life. Marcus? Hung jury. Mistrial. The DA promised to retry. Dre never made it to sentencing. He hanged himself with a bedsheet 3 weeks into holding. The truth no one wanted. 2 years later, a confession tape surfaced. Another group, real gang members, got caught bragging about popping off that liquor store. They had the gun, the red shoelaces, everything. The DA's office said, too late. Justice was already served. Zay's appeal was denied. Marcus took a deal, 12 years. Tyrell's lawyer vanished. No one even reopened Dre's or Rico's cases. No apologies. No payouts. No press coverage. Just silence. Ghosts on the block. Now, little Nate walks with a limp. PTSD. He paints murals of his friends. Rico's smile, Dre's smirk. Marcus reads law books in his cell. He's determined to file his own appeal. Tyrell hasn't spoken to anyone since his last parole denial. He just stares at the wall. Zay writes poetry. His latest one ended like this. They called us wolves, but we were boys. They gave us numbers, not names. They buried us in courts, not graves. And now we howl in the dark, still hungry for justice. They weren't born killers. They didn't ask for this life. But the system, the schools, the police, the courts, shaped them into what it feared most, then punished them for becoming it. They were kids. The system made them killers. Movie camera, if this story moved you, share it. Speech balloon, drop a comment below. Who's really guilty here, the kids or the system that failed them? White heavy checkmark, subscribe to Black Verdict for more real stories they tried to bury.